Article 320 of the Indian Constitution defines the functions and duties of the Public Service Commissions, both union and state. Here's a simplified explanation of each clause of the article. Clause 1. Conduct of examinations. Duty: UPSC, Union Public Service Commission, and state PSCs, Public Service Commissions, must conduct exams for recruitment to government services. UPSC for central, union, services. State PSCs for their respective state services. Clause 2. Joint recruitment for states. If 2 or more states request the UPSC, it must help in framing recruitment schemes, operating them, that is, organizing recruitment. This is especially for services that need special qualifications. Clause 3. Consultation with commissions. It is mandatory to consult the UPSC or state PSCs on certain matters. A. Recruitment methods. On how appointments should be made, exam, interview, etc. B. Appointments, promotions, transfers. On the principles of appointments, promotions, or transfers between services. Also on the suitability of candidates. C. Disciplinary matters. Any disciplinary action against civil servants, including their appeals and petitions. D. Legal cost claims. If a civil servant has faced legal proceedings for doing official duties, and he/she asks the government to cover the cost, the Commission's advice is needed. E. Injury pension claims. If a government employee asks for a pension or compensation for injuries while on duty, the Commission should be consulted. Duty to advise. In all these cases, it is the Commission's duty to give advice when asked. Proviso to Clause 3. Exemptions. President, for union services, or Governor, for state services, can make regulations to specify cases where consultation with the Commission is not required. This can apply to general cases or specific classes of cases. Clause 4. Exceptions. The Commission need not be consulted regarding 1. Reservations for backward classes, as per Article 16(4). 2. Consideration of claims of SCs/STs in services, as per Article 335. Clause 5. Parliamentary oversight. Any regulation made under Clause 3 about exemption from consultation must be laid before Parliament or state legislature for at least 14 days, subject to modification or repeal by them. In summary, Article 320 lays out that UPSC state PSCs must conduct exams and advise on recruitment and service matters. Their consultation is mandatory for critical personnel decisions unless exempted by regulation. They also help in joint recruitment and in legal compensation matters. Exemptions are allowed but need to be reviewed by the legislature. The Constitution of India. Part 14. Services under the Union and the States. Chapter 2. Public Service Commissions. Article 320. Functions of Public Service Commissions. 1. It shall be the duty of the Union and the State Public Service Commissions to conduct examinations for appointments to the services of the Union and the services of the State respectively. 2. It shall also be the duty of the Union Public Service Commission, if requested by any 2 or more states so to do, to assist those states in framing and operating schemes of joint recruitment for any services for which candidates possessing special qualifications are required. 3. The Union Public Service Commission or the State Public Service Commission, as the case may be, shall be consulted. A. On all matters relating to methods of recruitment to civil services and for civil posts. B. on the principles to be followed in making appointments to civil services and posts and in making promotions and transfers from one service to another and on the suitability of candidates for such appointments, promotions or transfers. C. On all disciplinary matters affecting a person serving under the Government of India or the Government of a state in a civil capacity, including memorials or petitions relating to such matters. D. On any claim by or in respect of a person who is serving or has served under the Government of India or the Government of a state or under the Crown in India or under the Government of an Indian state, in a civil capacity, that any costs incurred by him in defending legal proceedings instituted against him in respect of acts done or purporting to be done in the execution of his duty should be paid out of the Consolidated Fund of India, or, as the case may be, out of the Consolidated Fund of the state. E. On any claim for the award of a pension in respect of injuries sustained by a person while serving under the Government of India or the Government of a state or under the Crown in India or under the Government of an Indian state, in a civil capacity, and any question as to the amount of any such award, and it shall be the duty of a Public Service Commission to advise on any matter so referred to them and on any other matter which the President, or, as the case may be, the Governor of the state, may refer to them, provided that the President as respects the All India services and also as respects other services and posts in connection with the affairs of the Union, and the Governor, as respects other services and posts in connection with the affairs of a state, may make regulations specifying the matters in which either generally, or in any particular class of case or in any particular circumstances, it shall not be necessary for a Public Service Commission to be consulted. 4. Nothing in Clause 3 shall require a Public Service Commission to be consulted as respects the manner in which any provision referred to in Clause 4 of Article 16 may be made or as respects the manner in which effect may be given to the provisions of Article 335. 5. All regulations made under the proviso to Clause 3 by the President or the Governor of a state shall be laid for not less than 14 days before each House of Parliament or the House or each House of the Legislature of the state, as the case may be, as soon as possible after they are made, and shall be subject to such modifications, whether by way of repeal or amendment, as both Houses of Parliament or the House or both Houses of the Legislature of the state may make during the session in which they are so laid.